Thanks for being here, Julian Omonsky, in our podcast, Let's Talk Leisure. You're from Germany, however, we do it in English, so I appreciate for that. Happy to have you here, happy that you make some time. We're going to discuss everything about you, actually, and what you do in terms of marketing, in terms of photography. And let's just dive into the questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course. Thanks for having me. It's a big pleasure to be here with you on this podcast.
Great. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Let's go to the first one. If we look at the photography, and of course, people can read your bio and we put your LinkedIn profile in there later, right? And all the links to your websites, so they can see what you all do. But if you deep dive into the photography, what makes you love this so much? Because you do that for family entertainment centers, right? The photography.
Yes. I do it for family entertainment center, for standalone attractions, for amusement parks, and for manufacturers of roller coasters. Taking pictures and making video all over the world. And what I would say what drives me the most is to know that I am part of the big picture. So when I see people being in an amusement park and having a fun day, a good day, smiling, laughing, I know that my work has contributed to it, because I hope that my work has contributed to it, because hopefully they have seen a picture that I've taken somewhere, and this picture convinced the people to visit FEC or the amusement park or whatever. So, and then seeing people having a good time and being a little part in the big picture of it, this is what I love the most about my work and my photography.
And a question from you then, do you always have your camera with you wherever you go? Or is it just your phone, or is it just like a...
Well, of course, I have my phone always with me. And when I go to an amusement park, yes, every time I bring my camera with me, even if I'm there just for my personal use or private. Even if it's not for business, yes, I bring my camera.
But then you go to family entertainment centers, attraction parks, you go into the roller coasters. How are you able to make a photo in a roller coaster?
Well, in the roller coaster is a bit difficult because of the safety requirements. So I have to deal with them, of course. So when I'm there just as a guest, but if I go there for business, they make things happen that I can bring the camera with me on the ride, and I have special safety gear, safety harnesses, and everything to make photo shooting on a roller coaster, which is a difficult thing, as safe as even possible. Because loose items and so on roller coasters is a topic, and you have to work around it so that nobody gets injured or hurt by.
You don't want the camera to be falling on top of someone else when you're in a roller coaster.
Yeah, of course not. This would be the worst case scenario.
And then a quick history check before you dive into the next question. So, short story in within 1 minute. How did you start photography, and how did you come up till this moment?
It all started with as a hobby. So as a kid, I was interested in amusement parks and riding roller coasters. It was really fun for me. And then I discovered the World Wide Web, the internet, and I was there and checking for news and trying to figure out where's the next amusement park and where goes the next roller coaster and so on. And on the internet, then I also published my pictures, because, like I told you, I always brought my camera with me. I was already always interested in photography and capturing moments. And then I published my photos on the internet, and somehow I tried to combine all my passions and make my business out of it.
And then people start noticing it, and then we're like, "Hey, Julian, can you come to my attraction park?"
Yeah, actually, yes. It all started with we have some people maybe know it. We have or don't want to say the name because I don't like the newspaper, but one of the one big guy of the largest newspaper in Germany called me one day and asked me if I already know how to make money with my photography, and I said no. And then he asked me if I want to make money with my photography, and I said yes, because I was a kid. Yes, I was going to school, and it's like people make a holiday job somewhere, selling, I don't know, ice cream or working at a restaurant and so. And I tried to make my money with my photography since then. And he was kind of my like a mentor, and I could call him for everything, all the questions I had, and also to get feedback for my work. So I was calling him like very, very often, showed him new pictures. He gave me feedback. And then when I had to do a proposal or quotation for a potential customer. He was there to help me because I didn't have the expertise, because I was a kid. I was going to school, I had no clue about business.
Like
so
14, 15?
Yes, exactly. This age, yes.
15, oh, wow. 16, but this is a great honor that you got to ask, eh? Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm so thankful for this, yes.
Take your drink. I'm going into the next question reading then. But this is really cool, actually. So you started as a hobby. You loved the roller coaster and attraction parks. That's where you went all over the world, I guess, then. And then you make photos, you put it online, you got noticed, and boom, it gets work.
Yes.
That's a dream for a lot of people, I think.
And I think this is the best starting point, because when you combine what you love and do what your passion is, the result, I don't want to say is always the best, because then I would say that my work is always the best. But I see when I'm talking to people about my work, that they see something in how I explain, and also see something in my work itself. So, and I think this is based on the passion behind my work, because I'm literally sitting in an amusement park right now. Do you know Vienna? I live in Vienna now.
Are you serious now?
Yeah. When I look out there, there's a window, and I see a roller coaster. So you see, that's my office is. It's not an amusement park. It's the Prater in Vienna. It's kind of mix of an amusement park or a fun fair. And I'm sitting here looking out of the window. And every day, every morning I come here, I'm the happiest person on earth, because this is, I can't explain, but I think you get the point.
It's like a playground. It's like a playground. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm in it. This is my universe. What I love. I love being here.
Is this the park with the big Ferris wheel that you?
It's the big Ferris wheel. Yes.
Can I tag this park later in the podcast?
What would you like to take it?
Should I tag them, the location, so that people can see where it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Cool. If we dive into the next one and we dive more into the pictures, then what do you focus on to make the best picture? So let's say you walk into this park or another park, or maybe a park you haven't seen. I don't know if that's a chance, but what do you do?
I think there are a couple of things to keep in mind. So one side is the client side, because the client has expectations. Yeah, he wants to fulfill, and then the people that you reach out to, so your customers, also have a certain expectation. So and this is where you really have to find the best way to get through it. And then what is also super important is the emotions behind it. Everything what we're doing is it's all about fun.
So not just the roller coaster, the faces of the people in the roller coaster.
Yes. I mean, that's what's selling, the experience, seeing people having fun. And of course, when you see people having fun somewhere, you also want to go there and have a good time. So I would really say that authenticity and the emotions behind is super important, but also to explain what the attraction, now talking about roller coasters, what the roller coaster is about. Is it the family roller coaster with kids sitting inside, or is it the super thrill ride, which is going upside down several times, and then you would like to take a picture where the people upside down in the roller coaster screaming, and you see
have to have a quick shutter.
Yeah. Of course. So,
And then, but it's interesting what you say, because then I also heard you saying matching expectations. Do you then mean you should not make it more wonderful than it is, because otherwise people are disappointed? So let's say sometimes I see photos like, whoa, this looks awesome. Then I come to the park and like, oh, actually it's a really small roller coaster, So is that like a mismatch in expectations then?
It could be, and it's sometimes a little bit tough, because sometimes the location is as it is, and it is maybe not looking like Disney World, and then this is where I'm in between, So on the one hand, you would like to take the best pictures, but also don't want to mismatch the expectations of the guests, and so but you have to find your way.
Got you. And if you go then to the pictures, right, to the photograph itself, what elements should be in there? Like what kind of composition? Is there always a person in the middle? What kind of? It's also like a little bit of advice for people who show their content on websites.
Yeah. I see. I think there's no one fits only solution. But like I said, emotions are super important. like showing the people having a fun day. I mean, this is the top thing. I would say
it's about the people in the end.
It is about the people, and I would really say everything comes after. Everything comes, the quality of your camera, the light, whatever. So it's always it all starts with, let's say, that's a good phrase. It all starts with the sparkle in the eyes.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, and you need people for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can have actors, but I mainly and mostly take pictures with people that are not real actors. They are just random people that are invited for the photo shooting, but they are no professional actors. That's because the random people, they are having fun in any way. So I don't see,
like you said.
Yes. It depends a little bit on if you make a commercial and a video production, big video productions, because I'm not only making photos, but also video stuff. And so if they really have to do some acting and interaction and follow a storyline for a commercial, for a video, there, of course, it's easier to work with actors. But when it comes down to photography in a FEC or in an amusement parks, mainly it works with just regular people that you know. Because they are all having fun, and that's
good to know. So, save some money as well.
Yes, it does, and it's more easygoing because you know those people. You have a family that you can take for those shoots, photo shootings all the time. So this is way more easygoing. And then, like I said, first thing is the emotions, or are the emotions, and then it comes to stuff like light situations. So what kind of light do you use to make it? Because also light is how you focus. Do you know the maybe on your mobile phone you have this vignetting when you have the dark corners. Yeah, so it's a little bit like this here. So you have this dark corner over there and a little bit darker. Right, and if you have the vignetting around the person, it brings the view of the viewer more to the center of the picture. So it's every and the light is guiding. It's leading to the point of interest in the picture. So that's why many people put the vignetting on, so you look more in the center of the picture. And you can do this also with light, how you light the face and everything. So
is this then also because sorry to interrupt you, but I've seen you also see a lot of websites for amusement parks, attraction parks, but also family entertainment centers. And to be honest, I think there can be a lot of improvements there. What are the biggest, let's say, mistakes, challenges that you see with photos? So if you could make one thing that they should do better in general, what is it that you see?
I have to laugh because I would say white balance. Before we started our recording, we were trying to set the adjustments for your camera for the white balance, because
it looked like I was 5 weeks in the hot sun.
Yeah, right. I hope you've been, but I don't think so. But yes, the white balance is I would say it's the number one, because pictures look strange when they are too bluish or too reddish. And I would say the white balance is the number one thing. So
note down white balance, people.
Yes. Note on white balance. And then, but it's hard to say what the number one thing is, because when you're taking a picture and when you're editing a picture, there are so many minor steps to make it like high quality or super professional. So it's this and that and that and that. There are quite a lot of steps. But if I had to focus on one thing, I would say, and we are not talking about sharpness, and so the focus has to be on point, of course. But when the picture is done and you are editing it, and you can edit the white balance afterwards, because this is the next step. Then you should shoot in RAW mode, which is less compressed. You have JPEG and RAW, and RAW is always better for editing afterwards, because there you can set the white balance and you can set the saturation and the brightness and contrast and everything else. So maybe this is the first step when it comes to taking a picture. Use the RAW mode, because it's way better for editing afterwards, and mistakes you made during the shooting can be fixed more or less in the post-production process. And then white balance is key.
So first white balance and actors on the side. Put the white balance correct.
It's actors, it's white balance, and it's the raw mode, which is a big deal. And so
and the sparkle in the eyes of the happy customers.
Yeah, you have to see it. That's the real number one, I think.
Well, what I don't understand, and if you go to a different topic now, so thanks for these tips, by the way.
Sure.
You make photography. You love amusement parks. Your name is Monsieur Sky.
Yes.
What's with that?
So, Monsieur Sky, my last name ends with SKY. So my last name is Omonsky. Nobody can remember that. Nobody can say it. And it ends with SKY. Sky is sky. And sky is something in our industry that's kind of related with amusement parks, because sky means freedom, means height, means also speed. If you dive down somewhere out of the sky or something.
I think it's a great name, by the way.
Thank you so much. And I wanted something like the guy of the sky or Mr. Sky or something like that. And English is a good question. It is very helpful and useful because now we can discuss and talk in our podcast. So that's very handy. But I thought Mr. Sky is a little bit too trashy or something. Yeah. Or, I don't know. Do you know Mr. Specs? Is this they make glasses, and so I think so they do. I don't know. But this is not it doesn't have the value that I want to have in my
not so classy.
Not so in my artist name. And I wanted to have it a little bit more valuable. And I think French is a wonderful language when you listen to it, and there comes a certain value with the language. And Monsieur is French for Mister, so we have the mix of Monsieur, the nice valuable thing, and Sky, that is for my passion for you get the point.
You really thought about the name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just not put Monsieur Sky. No, you thought about it. Difficult last name. Let's make it easy, and then make it towards my passion.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you look at your work that you make, because you make it already since you were really young, right, with the photo cameras.
Yes. Yeah.
Where can we find your work? And we put the link in here as well, of course. But is there a place where we can find your work?
Yes, I mean I share a lot of my work on Instagram. Which is mainly my photography, because Instagram is photography and video social media platform. But there you get a good insight of what I do. They are mainly roller coasters, because my passion, of course, is riding roller. I love everything around it, but of course, roller coasters are always. I mean, roller coasters is what you think of when you're thinking of an amusement park. So, that's why I mainly sharing pictures of roller coasters there, but there you get a good sense of what I'm doing. Monsieur Sky on Instagram.
We put it in here as well. And if you go back, because we already talked about the white balance, right?
Yeah.
The focus, the vignette, have people in it, right? Smiling, real people. Do you have any more tips? So if you say less is more or more is more, so what kind of advice could you give for the visuals, websites, and marketing when you hear these two phrases in the two phrases, let's say?
Less is more is more. I think you have to figure out what is the best way to go for you, because more is more could become too complex, and less is more could become too I don't know, too lazy or something like that. So you really have to find a way in between. I think when you're running a business like a FEC, you have a certain vision, and with your vision there comes your mission, and you have to see what are the most useful steps to fulfill your vision and or to reach your vision and fulfill your mission. I think that this sounds very good. And and there in between is the best way. So I can't say either it's less is more or more it's more, but you have to do the
right
most
for you.
Yes, and the most possible for you. What's the most possible way to fulfill your vision and your mission.
Got you. And let's say that people see this podcast and there's someone in the USA or maybe in Germany or maybe even France, and they have a website the family entertainment center or attraction park looks great, but the website they know now is not so good. Can they call you for advice?
Yeah, absolutely.
There like consultancy that you can give them as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know about my background, that it's not only the photography and the video work, but I also have the company called Admusement, which is for advertising in the amusement park industry. And there we do everything that also contributes to the big picture. So we do everything that has to do with marketing ideas and solutions to gain more attention, more visibility, and in the end to bring more visitors and customers to an attraction. So this is
great.
This
so that's admusement.de, right? And what is it that you do with this company from you? Is this This is the whole consultancy part that you do?
Yeah. So in this company, my work is to create the strategies for marketing concepts. So I'm talking to the clients and try to figure out what are their goals and what is the possible way to reach these goals. And then I create the campaigns and the strategy ideas behind it. And when it comes to photography and video, I'm there running around with my camera and my assistant and making the photography and video part as well. And editing is also what I do. So I'm doing quite a lot, but I also have like for stuff like doing illustrations or graphic design. I studied communication design, so I'm also into graphic design, but I have to say that this is not my passion. I can create a logo, I can create a brochure and everything, but therefore I have my guys or my people that work with me too, because they are more passionate in it, and this is what you see in the end in the work, because I could do it, but I know there are people that are doing it better.
Passionate.
So I have these people in my team, yes, passionate, and they so we can do more or less everything, I would say.
So let's say I'm starting FEC. I have my employees though. We're going to start next week. When do I call you, and why?
The earlier the better, I would say, because
before,
because you at one point you're at the starting line, and you're ready to open your FEC, and you haven't done any advertising, any marketing around it. And I would say, even if you're in the beginning of creating your FEC, it would make sense, because there is the point where you define your corporate identity. So
this is actually step one then.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. I would say for FEC, you have to find a location and everything that comes around, what you would like to have, or kind of attractions you would like to have in your FEC, and so. But you have to create an identity for your business, and also create the language, the graphic language, so around it. So how because, like I said, it's a graphical language, and with a logo, people have the first touch with your brand, and with this touch, they decide if they like it or not. So you know brands that you like more and brands that you like less, and it could come with the graphic design of the brand, because you don't like
the story.
The story and everything. So I would say from the beginning on, you have to discuss what is the corporate design or the corporate identity. What is the identity on your of your business, and how can we explain this identity in a graphical way to your visitors in the future.
And this is where you would help me, or someone would start with. You would help me with.
Yeah, absolutely, of course, yeah.
Awesome, great. Hey, and then do you also see any trends that you notice at the moment for putting the best deals or marketing, whatever, out to your customers?
I mean, for me, this is very, very. I don't want to say very, but almost random, because the world is going digital. Everything is. I mean, paperwork and advertisements here and there make sense under certain conditions, but when I would start, I would really go for social media and try to reach out over social media. You have so many options with social media to target specific target groups, but also people that visit a specific place. And when they visit something like, I don't know, a zoo, for example, I would say people that go to a zoo is the same target group that would also go to FEC at one time. So you can create a promotion, and you can say display this promotion only to people that visited that location, and that location is the zoo. So people that have been at the zoo will get your
marketing
advertising. Adverts exactly for your own business. So I think this is the most handy and easiest way, and this is a good starting point. And from there you can develop further ideas on how to make even more. I mean, because
that's really smart, right? So you actually first think, okay, where do my visitors go? Not my place, but other places. And those are the types of visitors I need to target, right?
For example, so you have. Yeah, you have this, I would call it something like bottom line marketing. So something you have to do regularly and every time. And then you can do more advanced marketing gigs, like, I don't know, events or guerrilla marketing stuff, and like something. This is not the random bottom line you follow, but something more extraordinary that gains also attention. And this is hard to explain what it could be, because this really depends on the FEC, on the corporate identity again, and from there you can create these super special events that are.
And you also mentioned social media, right? I mean, I don't know even everything. I mean, I know there's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't use anymore, but that's also a big target group, right? Do you think an FEC should use all those social media channels and find out what's...
Yes. Yeah. So what you would like to receive on social media is followers and fans, and the best way is that with your
followers and fans.
Yeah. So this is on a digital way. Yeah. You have your Instagram account, and there you see you have, I don't know, 400 followers, whatever. These followers are digital. So, but what you have to achieve is really to have a crowd that likes your business, so that they are also in real life fans and followers of your business. And with Instagram and Facebook, this is only a platform where those followers and fans of your real business can follow up with you, because there they see what's going on in your business. You get the point?
Yeah, got it. And that's different than just some people that check you out. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh wow, okay, that's interesting. How do you build it up? So you have to post content every day, right? And
you have to create a reason why people should follow you on Instagram and so on. So if they visit your location, something like if you follow us there and I don't know, tag us there, then you can receive a voucher or a discount or whatever. Yeah. So you have to make it valuable and interesting to follow you on Instagram, and this is how you get the first followers from out of your business to your
I think
social media.
People should call you.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I mean, this is my passion. Like I told you, my passion is really 100% to make or to bring people somewhere where they can have a fun day, to a happy place. Yeah, and I you know, I put my hand to my heart when I'm talking about this, because this is so valuable for me to see people having fun. And with this, when I can create my ideas and my marketing ideas around to fulfill this goal that people go to an amusement park, this is really what makes me 100% happy. And then it's maybe a little bit too big of the big picture, but in the end, I was thinking about it. Now it's getting maybe a little bit crazy. Yeah, I have the thought in mind, if everyone is going to a FEC or to amusement park or attraction like this more regularly, I wonder if the world would be a more happy place.
Wow, that's an interesting one. Actually, I think, wow, I never thought about it like that, but I think it would be actually.
Yeah, so
I'm going to quote this. The world will be a better place if people go to attraction and FSCs.
Yeah, more frequently.
Yeah.
Yes. I think this is something. I mean, it is a question. I'm not. I not finish. I didn't finish my the thinking about it. But
let's put the question out there.
This is a theory that I come up with, because it's, we can discuss it. I mean, this is
yeah. I like it. Okay, maybe there are some answers after this as well when we publish this.
Yeah.
Hey, and then we go to the last question because I forgot about this point actually. You do so much, right? So you do the photography, you have your website, you do Admusement, you do consulting, you really focus on the marketing and communication part of it. And your passion, if I say it correctly, is that people have fun. And if you are the one that can help a FSC that people can find that fun, which they were not able to find it, it's even better, right? But I also spotted another thing, which is Marketing Monday. Well, what's up with that?
Keep it simple. Keep it simple is super important because Marketing Monday is a perfect example of what happens if you don't keep it simple. First of all, Marketing Monday, I have to explain what this is. Marketing Monday was a video series of marketing advices that come that I published every Monday on my networks like LinkedIn.
English-wise or German?
Yeah, in English, English advices for marketing for amusement parks and attractions and FECs, everything that has to do with the amusement park industry. And what was so special about these videos was that I was sitting in a ride, in an attraction, in a roller coaster, in a fun fair ride while it's operating. So you've seen me riding a roller coaster, and during the time that I was riding the roller coaster, I tried to explain something to you about marketing, and I got quite good feedback for it. So I'm really happy that this idea turned out so good. But now it comes to keep it simple, because doing these videos was hell of work. I really have to say it was so much work. You have to do a script, you have to create an idea. I'm very, I come from photography and video, so I also would love to have the video and quality perfect, and then I want to have the audio perfect, so, and then I want to explain it perfect, and then this is where it then gets too complex. And if I would have kept it more simple, maybe I would have done more videos. But so many people come to me now. There was trade show in Barcelona. I was there, and I was surprised how many people came to me and said, "Hey, where's the Marketing Monday? When is the next video?"
But Julian, are you going to continue?
Yeah, I have to. Now, I mean, now it's winter time. I have to figure out how. But I'm creating something. I have to create something and continue this, because
make it simple fun. And go.
Yeah, I know. So maybe something. Yeah, but this is where.
I know. But if people come to you and ask for it, I think go. But can we still find all the tips and tricks from Marketing Monday somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. On LinkedIn, they are published, and also on YouTube. We have this YouTube channel, which is called, like the company, Admusement with AD, and then Amusement, like Amusement, Admusement. You get the point there, Amusement and Admusement for advertisement. So I mixed this also to. I think I also got good feedback for this name, so I think this worked also.
Great. We're going to put this name, we're going to put the links in there, and we're going to put all the tips in here as well, because I think this is really what people are looking for, right? So we're going to post it on LinkedIn, of course, but also in the Facebook groups. We with Brick also often encounter a lot of people who ask, "Hey, how should we fix these photos, or the marketing part of it, or how should we roll out the new FEC?" I think these are the great answers. So thank you for this. I'm going into my last question already.
Yeah, go for it.
And it's not totally prepped, this one, because I had the question actually, like, what are your next steps in your personal future, or what do you still would love to achieve? Would love to hear that as well. But what's next on your agenda? For example, are you going to IAPA Orlando?
Yes, for now it looks like I'm going there. I'm preparing and planning everything.
People can see you there. And
yes, of course, reach out to me and talk to me. I mean, I'm always happy to meet new people, and this contributes to the big picture of bringing more people into amusement park and make the world a better place. And IAPA is something I want to go in Orlando. It's starting on November the 16th.
Yeah.
And since the trade show was already in Europe, I don't have the expectation to see too many people from Europe because they already did their trade show visit in Barcelona. And I would like to reach out more to American people because my long-term goal is to have another office in the United States, maybe in California or so, because English is a language where I feel safe to do marketing, and I for me it would be tough to make marketing, for example, in Spain, because I don't speak Spanish, and I don't know the culture the best. So and the United States or all the English speaking countries, I feel very, very, very comfortable to make marketing or to create marketing measures with it, because you get the culture very easy, or you're always the same in terms of culture, because this is also a point in marketing. How is the culture? How do people think? How are they? And so, the US market is interesting. And what I also like, and what is an interesting idea, is cross-border marketing. So, for example, you're from the Netherlands. Let's say you have an attraction in the Netherlands. You're close to the border. Let's say Venlo, for example, or Eindhoven. I don't know. So there is a possible way to bring also people from Germany to your location, but
of course, I'm close to the border of Germany. Yeah,
you're close to the border, so this is also from the distance interesting for customers from other countries. Now, I know many Dutch people speak German very well, but me as a German, I know the marketing channels. I knew maybe, let's say, magazines, newspapers, where you can reach out into to create more attention in this country. So I call this cross-border marketing. Or let's say you have an amusement park in Gothenburg. So this is somewhere where people from Germany fly always, because it's a nice city, and then you can make, or I could make marketing for the amusement park in Gothenburg in Germany in German. And these are the two things I would to expand to the English speaking countries like Canada, United States, maybe also UK, but also do cross-border marketing and then see what is in a travel distance.
This is really interesting again. I think because again, I hear these questions a lot. And indeed, it should not end at the border, right? Because it's just the area where people want to go to. It's like a certain distance. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to put all the links in there. Thank you for all the tips and tricks that you gave to us, and your story, of course. Photography, the tips and tricks on white balance, the people focus, your passion, amusement, and Monday marketing. First thing up is, of course, Ayap Orlando.
Yes.
Appreciate the call. Thanks so much, Julian.
Stephen, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Because this is when you talk about stuff like this in a podcast, it also gets the vision back into your mind. So this was also very helpful for me, because now I had to think about all your questions, and now I have for myself the big picture again, and then I'm pumped and motivated again. So that's
awesome.
That's always good to discuss and talk about. Always good.
Box. Thanks, man.